The search for first ever Outstanding Filipino Teachers in Thailand 2021. Mabuhay! Welcome to LeEDucation Business Solutions. LeEBS.
Hello world, most especially all the Filipino teachers here in Thailand. Sawadee ka.
Share us your advice to all the Filipino teachers in Thailand right now.
Variety rates like logical explanation.
Filipino teachers are great.
To be creative, as Einstein once said, that the measure of intelligence is not IQ, but it's actually our creativity.
LeEBS has a mission.
Literally responded overnight to these new modalities.
Empathy towards them so that they will have empathy towards you.
Effective teachers are great at being flexible.
Everything is possible.
See you this Saturday. Meet our second batch of nominees.
Welcome to LeEDucation Business Solution, the first search for outstanding Filipino teachers in Thailand. Let's welcome our nominees 13 to 19. Let's meet our host, Teacher Belly.
Mabuhay! It's now our third and last batch of nominees of the first ever search for Outstanding Filipino Teachers in Thailand 2021 or OFTT Q&A Challenge for the month of August. After this month, it will be a different challenge. Wait for the updates on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Are you ready to meet our last batch of nominees? Before that, here is a quick introduction about LeEDucation Business Solutions, or LeEBS. Please watch this. Lee Education Business Solutions is not just a company that conducts seminars and workshops. We also have various events like webinars and online teachings. LeEBS was also awarded as one of the top 50 best educational companies in 2019 across the globe by GEFO, or the Global Forum and Education Learning. Let me also introduce myself. I am Feli, and I will be your host for today. Welcome to Lee Education Business Solutions, our journey to our solution. Welcome back to our viewers from last week's episode, and of course to everyone who is tuned in right now. Comment down below. Let's have flashback, and here are some of last week's highlights.
Love our students from the bottom of our hearts.
We can't deny that we Filipino teachers are top.
Life must go on, Kana, di ba? And for me, teaching must go on.
COVID-19 has brought significant disruption to education because nowadays we need teachers who can make a significant change.
Hello, thank you, Ms. Kelly. Good afternoon to all of the viewers.
The aim or the vision of every teacher to make every student enjoy and make learning fun.
No matter how many hits, how many jabs, how many hooks you get, we always bounce back. We stand up, we fight, and we keep on.
Just like 2011, she died.
What kind of Filipino teachers do you think Thailand needs?
To devote their time to educate their students.
It's also our responsibility to give them the value, worth the respect.
Mayong buntag, mayong hapon. Hapon na din sa ato.
And socialize during Christmas, especially Christmas, during New Year, where in fact it's very hard to go home in the Philippines. And
Each of us, we have our own goals, so we have to strive hard for it. To spend her life with me, yeah, because I'm here. Though we talk many times.
We are all Manny Pacman Pacquiao.
Shout out to Sir Ronnie, Mr. Rex, Mr. Michael, Miss Eileen, Miss May Grace, and Miss Roxanne. Good job last week. For the benefit of everyone, we are recognizing the hard work and effort of our fellow Filipinos or kabayan who are teachers here in the Land of Smiles. But in order to determine who are the most outstanding Filipino teachers, LeEBS prepared different challenges every month for our nominees. This month of August is Q&A. There are 15 questions which are presented to them beforehand, but only 2 questions will be given to them today randomly, depending on the numbers they choose, which they have to answer within 2 to 8 minutes. Numbers that have been selected may not be selected again. Now, are you excited to cheer for your favorite nominee? Comment down below. Comment down below. Is it number 13, 14, or 19? All right. I now introduce to you our third batch of nominees, OFTT nominees numbers 13 to 19.
Welcome to Lee Education Business Solution, the first search for Outstanding Filipino Teachers in Thailand, 2021. Starting with Mr. Bautista L. de la Cruz Jr., Anuban Panduntay School. Miss Lizelle Abduhan Simbaho, Mervis School, Pattaya, Thailand. Mr. Santos Jr. Sora sa Triwatrakang School. Mr. Christian Tapuro sa Rasa Suita at Chiang Mai School. And Miss Annalisa Selfin Kaita, si Rasa Successful Amata. Let's all welcome our nominees 13 to 19 with a big round of applause. Welcome to the Education Business Solution.
And there you have it, our 13 to 19 and OFTT nominees. Now let's welcome our first OFTT nominee, Mr. Bautista L. De La Cruz Jr. of Anuban Panrutay School. He is an English grammar and conversation teacher. Hello, Teacher Bao.
Hello. Good afternoon.
How are you feeling right now, Teacher Bao?
A little bit nervous, but at the same time, I am excited also to meet my other co-nominees, and at the same time, ready to share what I have for the questions to be asked today.
Yeah, I'm so excited too as well for your answers for today. May you please pick two numbers?
Okay, I would like to pick numbers 4 and 13.
Number 4 and 13. Number 4. Question number 4. What unique quality teachings does a Filipino teacher have?
Okay. Before I have to answer that question, allow me please to greet my fellow candidates, my fellow co-nominees, and at the same time, to all my friends and family who are watching and supporting me right now. Okay? So my question is, excuse me, what unique
quality teachings does a Filipino teacher have?
What unique quality teachings does a Filipino teacher has? Okay, so every individual has its own unique teaching strategies and methodologies they use in day-to-day teaching learning process. So each one of us are unique when we deal with our students and also when we deal with our teaching learning process in our day-to-day tasks in school. As for me, I also use a variety of teaching strategies for my diverse pupils here in Thailand. Not all of them are the same level of learnings, the level of comprehension. Not all of them can read, not all of them can understand easily, and not all of them can speak English well. But it is on me as their teacher on how to deal all their differences. I always make sure I use strategies intended for all of them and not just for the few, but as a whole. I try to make sure that all of them receive the same amount of learnings at the end of our discussion. So I try to make sure that before we end the class or before I end the 50 minutes class with them, I try to make sure that my kids got something from what I have discussed and taught them for today's lesson. I believe the unique quality that best defines Filipino teachers are our passion in teaching, the passion that we have in our hearts. We put our heart in it. We give more than our best. We go beyond with no limitations, and we go extra miles when it comes to giving the best quality of education for our dearest learners. We work beyond our job description. We sometimes spend our money to give the best for them. We work overtime without asking for another pay. And lastly, we consider our learners as our own child without asking anything in return. We may have different thoughts and insights, but I believe all of us have one common goal, and that is to provide and give the superb quality of education for our dearest learners. So I guess that is the unique quality teaching that a Filipino teacher has, or best define the Filipino teacher. Thank you.
Thank you, Teacher Val. That's very noble of you. If you're really doing those things, that's very noble. Well,
Thank
anyway,
you.
teaching is a very noble job. Let's go to question number 2.
Number 13.
All right, number 13. Question number 13. Can you tell us how far you have gone since you started becoming a teacher?
Okay, so this is quite interesting. How far I have gone in this teaching profession. Okay. Loving this profession, loving my students, and embracing the best what it has to offer me, I guess, I can go beyond for the sake of my job. I've gone the farthest so far without limiting myself to just be in the four corners of my classroom, to be innovative and creative more than beyond. I work for the common good, and that is to help my students learn from me, especially the values I treasure the most. The values that seeing them doing and embracing makes me feel complete as a teacher. It is somehow to be an honor to be a teacher, but lies in it is a great responsibility that we should always bear in mind. It is not easy to be a teacher. Becoming a teacher, as what you have mentioned, Teacher Feli, is a noblest job. As I teach lessons to kids in our day-to-day tasks, but on the other side, I also got a lot of lessons from them. It is not just we teachers teach our kids, but somehow at the end of the day, we have got something from our students also as we go home. In that sense, year are just the numbers to see the beauty of our service to our beloved students. But at the end of the day, is the feeling of fulfillment that our students have learned something, developed something, and done something for their future. Becoming a teacher is very challenging. I believe it's very challenging. Let's together embrace the feeling of becoming an adventurer and a traveler for the race of learning. Okay, I guess that is all about how far I can go
All
since I
right.
started to
So,
become a teacher.
okay. So
Let's
can
become a traveler and an adventurer for the race of learning. Thank
okay, so can
you.
you compare when you started and right now? Can you compare your qualities that back then and now?
Oh,
Like, what's the difference?
I started teaching at the age of 18, I guess. I graduated college. Then after that, while waiting for the board exam, I already teach because in the private school, it is allowed to teach while you are still waiting for your board exam. So I started teaching in Philippines for 5 years. And I came here in Thailand 3 years ago. So I'm teaching here in Thailand for 3 years already. So when it comes to the qualities that I have before than today, I guess it's more wide or wider. I have a wider qualities I used before than today. Okay, so especially this time of online teaching, you need to be somehow creative. You need somehow to think wider, not just limit in the four corners of this classroom what you have to do in order to learn, in order for your kids to learn something, even though it's an online teaching. So I guess as what I have mentioned a while ago, we teachers somehow need to be an adventurer and a traveler in the race of learning. We need to go beyond. We need to widen our horizon in order for us to think something creative. Like today, I am using a lot of online activities for my kids. I send online sheets in which for them to just type the answer, and when they send it, you already have the scores, somehow like that. Because I know that our kids are bored right now in their respective houses because of because of this pandemic. So if we just teach, or if we will just teach what is in the book, I guess somehow it's kind of boring. So I put a twist to give online activities for them somehow to enjoy learning. That's it. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for your answer, Teacher Val. Do you have someone that you want to greet? Your
Oh,
fans.
okay. I would like to greet my family in the Philippines. Of course, my beloved mama and papa. My sisters who are supporting me all the way, watching the live, commenting number 13, my cousins, my friends, of course, and my classmates in the Philippines. Please continue commenting number 13 on this live. And always remember to stay safe because of this COVID situation. We can really tell, or we can tell who's positive and who's negative right now. So to all the Filipinos in the Philippines, please be safe and stay at home. Thank you so much for supporting me. And of course, do support also the other nominees. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, Teacher Val. Now let's welcome our OFTT nominee number 14, Miss Lizelle Abduhan Simbahon of Merivit School, Pattaya, Thailand. She is a K3 or Kindergarten 3 English teacher. Hi, Miss Lizelle.
Hello, Miss Felly. Good afternoon. And to all the viewers and to my co-nominees, good afternoon.
Sawadika.
Sawadika.
How are you?
um, quite good, but nervous.
As I mentioned, all of you have your special award, so you don't have to worry. Don't be nervous. Just give your heart, okay? Your whole heart to answer these questions. Okay, please pick two numbers, Miss Lizelle.
Number 7 and 14.
Okay, question number 7.
Okay.
Why do you think that a teacher must enroll in some teacher training or course program despite their continuous practice of career in teaching?
Okay. We must enroll the teacher training or course program as students also having that updated situations, or we could say they are still updated in that situation, so we must also learn to our for our own good, and of course for our own good, and of course to be updated. We also need to have to enroll the course program or seminars as well to to uh, to be aware for the situations that we have, and we will not be left behind. And so I guess that would be my answer. Thank you.
All right. So you're saying we have to enroll in those courses for us to upgrade ourselves, right?
Yes, that's it. And so
You have to
to
gain
not
more
be,
knowledge.
of course, and we are not being left behind because the students are also learning and updated by the situations we have at the present. And so we are also need to improve ourselves. And so we must enroll, or we must attend seminars or webinars, or enroll some course programs.
Especially in technology nowadays, kids are like
Yes.
so, high tech
Yes.
than us. It's a different
We are really
generation
left
today.
behind, actually. So we
Right,
must,
it's a different generation.
yes,
So we
yes.
have to
So
upgrade ourselves.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
question number 2. Number
14.
14. Why do you think, oh, sorry. Question number 14. What are the essential values you want to impart to your students?
Okay, what are the essential values that I want to impart to my students? First would be being honest. Um, I wanted to impart them to practice telling the truth, because that might be they might be witnessing something that they should need to tell the truth. And telling the truth, being honest, they could bring it when they grow up, or when when they will go to higher level. So first would be being honest. Number 2 would be respect for others. Really, this value that I really wanted also to impart, because they should accept the differences of their classmates in the classroom or their friends. They should accept their weaknesses of their classmates or capability, because it could lead bullying, it could lead for fighting, and we're not going to happen. We're not letting that happen to our students, to bully each other. We should respect each other. So third would be hard work. Yes, hard work. I want really to impart that also, because being that hard work could lead also to independence. They are now K3 students. For me, since I am teaching kindergarten 3, they could use it for having some assignments. They could do it independently. So I would like to practice that hard work. And so, because hard work means that they could do it alone, or they could and avoid from cheating. Yes, because if the submission for that assignment or for that project, they could maybe cheat because they are not really doing it. So, and of course they don't procrastinate as well. So hard work. Next would be courage. Um, I wanted to impart them courage to give their best, encourage them to give their best in whatever they do, or whenever they go on whatever they do. So first, honest. Two, respect for others. Three, hard work for themselves. And four would be courage.
Okay, thank you so much for those values. I think everyone agrees with you with that. All the teachers want
Miss
honesty,
Ellie.
of course, when you're having the exams, and no cheating
Yes.
allowed, says teacher
Yeah.
Lizelle, right? And
So
also respect for your classmates, like, um, wag kang mangunguha ng baon ng may baon.
yes, like it's so, because
Because
it could lead to fighting.
when it's kindergarten, they will be fighting about everything, right?
Yes, and of
Especially
course
when
if
it's face to face. When it's
yes,
face to
yes.
face, they were fighting a lot in
Yes, and
kindergarten, right?
I could witness some bullying and not really accepting each other's differences. So I don't want them to have that kind of bullying, because it's they could lead to fighting as well.
So what will you say to those students who bullies others? What's your
Mm,
advice for them?
um, I would say, how about if I bullied you? How about if I bully you? How do you feel? How would you feel? So that would be the same as you bullied someone. I really let them realize that.
Okay, so you're going to talk to the bully and tell them, like, what if I am in your shoes, or what if you're in their shoes, like that. Like,
Yes, if I were
place yourself in
yes,
someone
exactly,
else's
Miss
shoes,
Ellie.
right? Okay.
Yes,
Thank
exactly,
you
Miss
so
Ellie.
much, Miss Lizelle, for your great answers. This
Thank
reminds us of
you.
our
Can I greet
teachers.
someone? Can I greet?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Go
Good
ahead, Miss
afternoon.
Lizelle.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon to everyone, for my supporters, for my family and friends. Thank you for supporting me as well. And to my uh, colleagues in our school, thank you so much for supporting me as well. And always keep safe. God is good.
How
Thank
about
you,
your
Miss Ellie.
boyfriend, Miss Lizelle? Do you have a boyfriend?
I don't have, sorry.
Single and available? Miss
Yes,
Lizelle is single and available. Guys, come on.
I'm shy.
Get her number. Thank you, Miss Lizelle.
Thank you so much, Miss
We will
Sally.
continue our Q&A after this very short break. Watch
Welcome
out
to
for
Lee
more.
Education Business Solutions. Our journey to your solutions. Are you looking for ways to enhance your teachings? If yes, we would like to invite you to our core training programs. 120-hour Teaching English as a Foreign Language or TEFL course program. Our TEFL course program is designed to enhance your English teaching skills holistically. Our TEFL course program will guide you on your teaching career pathways, and our course instructors will mentor you and share their essential teaching experiences for your career advancement. Be a certified TEFL teacher. Enroll now. 20 hours Teaching English to Young Learners or TEYL training course program. It is crucial to know the differences in how adults and children learn. If you are planning to teach not only adults but children as well, we highly recommend including the 20-hour Teaching English to Young Learners (TEYL) course program in your English as a Foreign Language (EFL) teacher training. Find out more, visit our website or Facebook page now. Thank you for watching.
Now let's call on our next nominee, Mr. Chris Jan Tapura, a science teacher at Sarasaswite Chiang Mai School. Hello, Sir CJ.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope everyone is doing good today. How are you, Miss Felly?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm good and quite a little bit nervous.
I know it's natural, but it's okay.
Yes,
Just
yeah.
breathe in, breathe out. Please pick two numbers, Mr. CJ.
Okay, number 3 and 5.
3 and 5. Okay. Question number 3. What kind of Filipino teachers do you think Thailand needs?
All right. So, what kind of Filipino teachers does Thailand needs? First is a teacher who is versatile. Like the very basic rule of a teacher inside the classroom is to educate students on different academic subjects. But at the same time, we teachers also have other different rules to play in and out of the classroom. An actors, a mentors, an academic club instructors, advisors. So in some schools, teachers are even given non-teaching tasks, which adds to their already heavy workload. But on the top of that, we teachers are expected to be role models, not just in the school, but in the entire community. So juggling all of these standards and responsibilities basically proves how a teacher's job is not that one to undermine and take very lightly. So as they say, teaching is a noblest profession, and we teachers deserve the highest respect just for this reason alone. The second is Thailand needs a teacher who always put first students' need and interest before their own. Like there have been several stories shared on the news about teachers who would sacrifice their personal needs, convenience, or interest for the sake of their students. So this selflessness is the evident from small acts such as giving snacks or baon. Mostly in the Philippines, actually, I have these teachers who give me snacks, free snacks if I don't have. So we even
Wow.
provide, we even provide free tutorials after our class hours. So we
Wow.
teachers demonstrate selfless act by taking on more challenging responsibilities. But no matter how difficult the situation might be for us, it's our perseverance and passion to teach and touch the lives of our students will still prevail. And the last thing, Thailand needs a teacher who can inspire and empower. So in every class, there is at least one student who has a little to no confidence in himself or herself. Like he or she thinks that he can never achieve his dreams or his or her dreams and be successful in life. But thankfully, yes, there is this one teacher who would encourage and motivate a student to become better academically, and more importantly is as an entire person. So to inspire and empower a child is the very essence of being an educator. So we teachers indeed do a great job for fulfilling this mission. So I think that ends my answer, Miss Felly.
All right, I just have a follow-up question for that. So, do you think all the Filipino teachers are like that? Like, you know,
Yes, 100% sure. So Filipino teachers are versatile. Filipino teachers are there to inspire and empower students.
so how can you relate all those qualities here in
Yeah,
Thailand? Like
ha,
the
sorry,
students
sorry.
here, what are their characters or traits which you can, apply those things?
I'm sorry, Miss Valley. I
Like,
did not
give me
hear.
an example of a situation that it ever happened to you here in Thailand that you know you put the students' needs
Oh,
first,
all
or
right. So,
universal, or
especially in my school, current school right now, like students are not really good in English. Like we know that this English is not their second language. But like during my discussion, there are some students who cannot really. Of course, we know that we cannot really understand the topic. So during my free time, I ask them to go to our staff room so that I will be doing like one-on-one tutoring, but it's for free. So instead
Mhm.
that I will do like paperwork that the administration is asking us teachers to do, but I always like put the needs of my students, which is like that personal like one-on-one tutoring. That's it, Miss Felly.
Okay, so even your lesson plans are late as long as the students
Yeah,
learn.
yeah. No students,
I'm just
just
kidding.
because without students we are not here as teachers. Anyway.
I'm just kidding, Mr. CJ. Okay, question number 5. What do you think LEBS can do to make Filipino teachers more competitive in their teaching careers?
Oh, all right. So, LEEB business. Um, how can LEEB business help Filipino teachers to be more competitive in their teaching careers? By simply providing quality conferences and courses for teachers. And this type, like this search for most outstanding Filipino teachers in Thailand, is really a great avenue and opportunity for us to showcase what a Filipino teacher can show to the world. So I think that ends my answer, Miss Felly.
So, do you think LEBS can help you?
Yes, of
Like,
course. Yeah, like
have you ever
providing a
attended
quality.
a seminar? Have you ever attended a seminar in LEBS?
To be honest, Miss Felly, not yet. Like
Oh, never been.
soon. Yeah, soon. I will be soon
Yeah,
attending some seminars and conferences initiated by LEEBS.
okay. Do you have someone that you want to greet, Sir CJ?
Yes, of course, Miss Felly. All right. So I just want to say a hi to my friends in the Philippines, my family, my former students in University of Makati, and those people who keeps on commending number 18 in our live. So I hope everyone is doing good today. Please take care of yourself and be safe always.
Thank you, Sir Chris.
Welcome.
Wow, that was really inspiring. Thank you, Mr. Chris. All right, I guess our fourth and last nominee for today is ready. Let us all welcome OFTT nominee number 19, Miss Annalisa Saltin Kaitap, a science and mathematics teacher from Sirasat Soksa School, Amata. Hello, Miss
Hello.
Anna.
Hello, Miss Feli. Good afternoon to everyone and to my communists and to those who are watching right now.
Miss
Hello.
Anna, is it okay, Miss Anna? I call you Miss Anna, or do you prefer Miss
Yes,
Anna Lisa?
Miss Anna. Most of my friends and colleagues call me Anna. And
So
my
where is
students also say
Elsa?
to say Teacher Anna. Yes,
Yes,
Ma'am
that's
Kelly.
cute. Okay, please pick two numbers.
Okay,
Miss
I
Anna,
choose number 1 and number 15.
1. Okay, and 15. One, share with us your advice to all the Filipino teachers in Thailand right now.
Okay, to all my kababayans and to all fellow teachers here in Thailand and to all OFWs there who are watching us right now. I know this time is really hard for each and every one of us. I have friends, co-teachers like who have to go home because they lost someone they love, and some of my friends also like laid off from their jobs because of this pandemic. And I know it's really hard, the challenges that you're facing right now, but I can say that these too will pass. So my advice for my kababayans here in Thailand is that just be grateful. Like, be grateful for what you have right now. And like what Father Orbus said, that's like our blessings is greater than our challenges. So I know it's really hard thinking of good things right now, but it's the best thing that we can do. There are things that it's out of control. It's not in our hands. It's not in our control. So we just have like to be grateful for all our blessings. That's it. Just be grateful. Have gratitude in what you have right now. And also, my second advice is that be healthy. Because right now there are many negative, we hear negativity outside because of a pandemic. It's good that we have like to really have to take care of ourselves. So first, be healthy, because if you are healthy, then you can face all the struggles, the challenges you're facing right now. As they said, health is wealth. So if you're healthy, you can have strength to face what you're facing right now. But if you're not healthy, it's like it will all affect all areas of your life. You cannot go to work, you cannot focus, so it will really affect everything. So be healthy. And third, just persist. Whatever challenges you're facing right now, like persist. Keep on moving forward. Keep going. And always remember that all our challenges, obstacles we're facing have solutions. Just never give up. Keep on persisting. Have the grit that when you fall down or when you like you lost your job, you have problems with your relationships, this pandemic, like you want to do something but because of pandemic COVID-19 you cannot do it. So just keep on going, keep on persisting, and later on you will achieve what your goals, all your goals in life. So never give up, keep on going. So to conclude my answers, my advice is like be grateful, just think of all your blessings right now, and thank all the people that help you. And second, take care of your health. And the last one is persist, keep on going no matter what. Thank you. And back to you, Mafeli.
Thank you so much for that answer, Miss Annalisa. I just have another question. How can you be grateful if you don't have a job and you don't have food on the table? Can you give us the
Yes,
reason? How can
like what Father Orbis said, like, if you like think you have more blessings than your struggles, like if you don't have food on your table, then just be grateful for what you have. At least you have friends who are there to support you and help you. You have like a room to sleep on, a bed to sleep on, and your family is out there praying for you. And if you don't have a job, like it's really hard to be thankful, but still try to be thankful, because being thankful is like positive. You attract the good, you attract good, and then you don't know, people will help you. So there, just try to be grateful, be thankful, and know that it will pass. All your problems will pass, and good will come. It's like ups and down, ups and down. You are down right now, but for sure later on you will be on top. And just make sure that you don't create problems so that you will not go down again and then up and down. So that's it. Thank you, Marvelli.
Thank, thank you so much. So now for our second question, number 15. How do you make learning interesting for your students, Miss Anna?
Thank you for that questions. So as teachers, it's really our responsibilities. It's our job to make our lessons, topics interesting and fun and engaging to our students. So based on my experience as a science and math teachers for kindergarten and primary students, what I do are like the following. So number one, I make my lessons and topics interesting and engaging by singing songs. Like for kids. So the first thing is like singing songs. It's like I motivate them, because also in singing songs they practice their speaking skills. They hear some words that they don't know, and then when they hear it from you, they will like follow you. So singing songs, that it makes them happy, and when children are happy, their mind are ready. They're eager to learn, open-minded to learn new things. So first one is singing songs. And the second one that I do to make my topics, lessons interesting for my students is showing pictures or visual. So I use pictures, and sometimes if I have the actual things, I show the actual things. So for them, especially for Thai students, like their vocabulary are not that great. So when they show pictures and they show the real objects, and then you teach it to them, they really, they really learn fast. So that those showing visual tools, pictures, and also like showing videos for my primary students, especially in science. Like some topics is really abstract, and it's like hard for me to say it, because like some language barrier, they're still learning the English language. So I also include in my lessons watching videos, especially abstract ones for science. And then by watching videos, it's like their interest, okay, their interest in that science topic is like it's heightened, and they learn fast. So that's it. So second is like showing pictures and watching videos, like visual. And the third one is for my science class. We go out, we explore the garden. Yes, not only the four walls of the classroom, we also go out to the garden, to our neighborhood, like, and then it's like that is, I think that from in my observation, that is the best part as a science teacher, like for them to learn, because they can see the real thing, they can see animals, insects, and then they can touch the trees, the flowers, and the leaves. And they like that. For example, my topic is like for air. That on that part is like it's polluted, because like we are near in the industrial company, so they know that some factories causes air pollution. And then our water, like the canal is dirty, and then I ask questions, why is it that our canal or the river dirty? And then by seeing the real thing, like smelling it and seeing plastics, and it's like, teacher, because of us. And then can you suggest ways how like we can solve these problems? And from that, seeing the real thing, it's like they become aware of the problems.
and then they come up with solutions by themselves. So that's it, like exploring the garden or going outside. And then is number four is like making like group works. Like I group them, like especially like offline, I still do that group works. So I assign them that this one will be group one and this will be group two. And by assigning them and giving them works to work on, they still like have teamwork and they feel happy talking with their friends as a team by collaborating with each other, and they have like more learning and more fun. And the last one is playing games. As we all know, games is very important in teaching. Games, like sometimes, even in face-to-face and online class, we play hangman and asking questions that really, how to say it, make them curious, questions that really make them think. So those questions, like I let them be eager in learning. So questions and playing games, they have fun and interested in the topics. As long as I make sure that these games that I let them play is like related to the topic, so that we not waste time. And I can also add is the last one is like making creative videos. So for my offline class, I let them use their phone, like for science, like topic animals. Okay, like for now, I want you to go out and take a photo of animals that you see or like living things that you see around you and show it to us like on the online class, sorry. So that's it. And then all of them like interesting. Okay, oh, let's go. And then they want to show their work and they see their friends' work. They feel happy and interested in the topic. So that is my answer, Ma'am Pelly. Thank you. Back to
Wow,
you.
you're so flexible, Miss Anna. Offline and online, your students will really learn with fun and excitement, right? Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for your answers. Now, who are you going to greet today, Miss
Oh,
Anna?
okay, of course. I want to greet all my families in the Philippines and my families all over the world. Okay. And to all my kababayans here in Thailand, keep on going, keep on fighting. Okay, these two will pass. Always remember that these two will pass, and from that on, like it will be normal. But just make sure that you try to improve yourself along the way. And to my co-nominees, thank you very much. And to LeEBS Education, I want to say thank you. And to all my friends and colleagues out there, thank you very much. Thank you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you, Miss Anna. Not yet.
Yes. For the question and answer. Bye bye.
Right, right. Thank you, Miss Anna. All right. What an opportunity to hear such wisdom from our esteemed educators. Our nominees prepared and worked hard to be here today. That's why they deserve our respect. And just like that, we are done with our third batch of nominees. But before that, let me ask Sir Louis if you have a follow-up question.
All right, so hello, Philly. How are you?
Hi, Sir Louis. Welcome.
All right, so let me bring in all our nominees for this afternoon. All right,
Yay!
so hello, everyone. Big round of
Hi,
applause for you.
everyone.
Good job for
Finally,
answering
Thank
confidently
you.
all the answers. All right. How are you after answering your question? Are you still
Feel
okay?
great.
Feeling free.
Yes, like face our
I'm
fears and
freezing right
wow.
now. I'm freezing right now.
Okay. It's good
You're
to hear
okay
that
right
you
now.
feel relief after answering. Did it break some of parts of your nerves? Okay, I hope so not, right?
We are able to open our brain cells.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Something refreshing, something that will excite you more to strive about our profession. Okay. So I like all your answers. You did well. I can feel that it comes from your heart, and you really wanted to let all our viewers right now inspire them about the situation, and definitely they will be motivated after this show. Okay, so my follow-up question would be, it's more about like what's happening, okay, in Thailand right now. So but despite of what's happening in Thailand, I would like to know that, have you ever felt alone in your profession, and how did you manage to stay strong despite of the pandemic and being alone? Okay, especially for those who does not have any special someone at the moment, or maybe already
So
have
sad.
but still in a complicated relationship. Okay, so let's see how does how it affects you as being a teacher and living alone. Who likes to share?
First.
Okay, so I will start since I am the the opener number 13. Okay. So how is it to be living alone, especially this time of pandemic? Before, for me, it's not hard to live alone because I already found in my hobby here in Thailand, playing volleyball. And since that is my hobby, somehow I have met a lot of friends, especially Thai friends, playing volleyball. So before the pandemic, every afternoon, like after my class, someone will fetch me at home, then will bring me to the to the park, and we will play volleyball. Because as you all know, Thai don't play volleyball in the morning or afternoon because they don't like to get dark. So we usually play in the evening until 9 p.m. So before, I was not feeling lonely or sad because I have companions here or friends who can bring me somewhere. But today, this pandemic, since we can go out because of the restrictions, and somehow we can play volleyball because it's not allowed to do such sports. So what I do is, of course, because of the modern technology that we have, since we already have the cell phones, I keep on communicating with my family and somehow with my friends here in Thailand. Since we cannot see each other, we just somehow share our Kusina serie. Like my friend Jumaila, I don't know if she's watching. She's also a teacher here in Thailand. We are teaching in the same province, but somehow she's quite far, like 2 hours to travel before I can reach her place. But what we do always during weekend, like Saturday and Sunday, we share our Kusina serie, like what we cook for lunch, for dinner. So in that way, I guess the feeling of loneliness, somehow we can ease that loneliness and sadness through that way. So I guess to all the Filipinos here in Thailand, don't forget to talk with your friends and of course with your family and loved ones in order to at ease your boredom and loneliness, especially in this time of pandemic. Thank you.
Okay, wow, that's good. Something recreational activity just to ease your loneliness. Have you ever think
Yeah.
about that? If you play volleyball and then there's nobody to play, you like to play,
Again,
but
please.
you're just no one's willing to play with you. Have you
Oh,
think
because
about it?
no, since like me, since I am a friendly type of a person, my first year here in Thailand, I've been starting playing volleyball. My co-teacher before in my former school, come to think of it, every Friday that is our schedule to play volleyball. His house is far from my school. What he needs to do is he has a motorbike, so he will fetch me in the evening, like 6 or 7 p.m. in the evening. Then we will go to the city. The city is like 1 hour away from our place. We will we will what you call this one, we will travel for 1 hour just to play volleyball. Then after that we will finish like 11 in the evening. Then he will bring me home, like he will drive me for 1 hour. So that is his sacrifice. And then here comes, I transferred another school, and since I already met those people, same people playing volleyball, so it's not hard for me to go along.
Okay, that's good. So creating friendship, that's really one way
I,
you can
another
create.
thing, another thing, sir. We also competed. I don't know if you are familiar with the volleyball last year in what school is this? In Samot Prakan. There's a volleyball
Mm-hmm.
competition for each Filipinos.
Oh,
We also
okay.
joined. I recruited two Thais because in order for you to play, the teams must consist four Filipinos and two Thais. So I
All right.
recruited two Thai friends and bring it. Come to think of it, from Sumpon going to
Wow.
Bangkok, 10 hours
Mm-hmm.
travel just to play volleyball. So
That's really
that
good.
is how Thai passionate in volleyball.
Yes.
Okay, wow. So you have expanded your friendship from Chumpon
Yes.
to Samut Prakan and even to other parts of Thailand.
Yes,
Okay,
we
great.
travel anywhere just to play volleyball.
Wow.
That's good. All right, thank you, Teacher Bao. How about the others?
Me.
Like to go next? Yes, thank you, Teacher Lisa. What
Okay.
about you?
Okay. Since that before, I don't want to cry
It's okay.
because before this pandemic, I used to go home.
Same.
And we understand.
It's really hard for me because
We all want to go home. We have families that we
yes,
really care, and I know that it's hard right now. Maybe for those who have not stayed here, who have been staying here for 2 years, if you're used to go home every month,
No, every year, like every summer.
every
But
year
okay,
I
but
could
you're
go home
rich, so that's why you want to go every month.
but then
we don't have that enough money, sir, to go home every month.
and the time also that we are allowed
Yeah,
from school.
from
So
school.
I used to go home like every year, and then um to over I was able to overcome it, like having I have my closest friends here and to my colleagues also, and by calling and communicating my families, of course. That's the way that I could overcome my homesickness. And um, of course, we still have duties in school, but not every day. So I used to have my talking to my colleagues also and to my closest friends here, so I could talk to them and sharing my heartaches and and my
Oh, that's good.
feeling of
Mhm.
homesick. Yes, and good thing also that once for this time we have online teaching, and so I could I could have that activity that we could have that activity that we could dance. So my time would be divert into practicing and dancing,
All right.
and yeah, and I had my I felt like enjoying it and forget for a while, and I was really thinking to be thankful to be
That's good.
safe here and my family as well. So by communicating my family and having my friends here so much helped me a lot for this pandemic time because oh, it's so hard. It's really hard.
That's I
Yeah.
totally agree with you. You know, constant communication of the family in your country, in our country, in the Philippines, would really help us a lot to encourage, despite of being alone here. We will never feel alone if we constantly communicate with them. At least we cannot transmit COVID-19 through online communication, right? Okay,
Yes.
I'm proud of you. You're strong despite that you're living alone. You're able to keep up the fight, and I know you're not alone in this
Yes.
situation. A lot of
Yes.
Filipinos
Yes.
who are here viewing right now, they might be
Mm.
also experiencing this, but they are moving forward because they stayed here. They are communicating constantly with their family, and that makes them really outstanding with what they are doing right now.
Yes.
Thank you, Teacher
Thank
Lisel.
you.
Thank you for that. Who likes to go next? Okay,
Ooh, all
Teacher
right.
Christian.
Okay, so maybe I'll be honest. Like, I've been battling anxiety, depression for how many years? Oh my God, mommy, I don't want to cry, but because I am so I am strong. Like, I've been battling anxiety and depression for years, like many years.
I understand.
All right. So the feeling of loneliness and like being alone here in Thailand like makes me like sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes it's painful because every time like I want to hug my parents, I want to tell them what's really inside me, like you just using like platforms like Messenger and other platforms used to communicate. But like but I always tell to myself that I need to go out with this shell, this darkness shell. I really need to look or really need to set a different diversion just to ease this pain inside me. Just because every time na I will ask myself, what is this pain? Every time I ask, how could I able to overcome this pain? Then it's like there is no answer for that question. So that's
Yeah.
how I feel. So like I experienced a lot of challenges, trials here in Thailand. Just because I went here, I'm just only 21, but now I'm 24 and haven't
Very young.
like yeah, and I never go back to the Philippines because of course this pandemic. So
Mm-hmm.
what I am doing now, definitely my loneliness isn't okay, but now I have like this different diversions. So maybe this can also help
Mm-hmm.
those other people or teachers here in Thailand. Like the first thing I always do is like I'm always reading books, like always buying books, different whether it's fictional or non-fiction, like just to divert the pain inside me. Another
All
thing
right.
is like playing badminton, running every after class. And one of my favorite diversion is like going on the top of the mountain just because Chiang Mai a lot of
Wow.
mountains here.
Good.
Going on the
Yes.
top of the mountain, drinking some my favorite
Mm-hmm.
cappuccino, and
Okay.
together with my trusted friends, like
All right.
yeah, and like there I can voice out. I can. It's good that I have trusted friend here. Like
All right.
I've been in a group of Filipino teachers. I know Filipino teachers were in like they cannot understand me. Like every time I am sharing my feelings inside me, like they can understand. Like they can easily judge. They easily judge me. So
Okay.
one time I just like um decide to isolate myself from other. Like
Mm-hmm.
staying in my room for 1 month, not talking to other people, isolating
Yeah.
myself in my room. Like that's what I did. Like, but and then I realized that my body already suffered. Like
Okay.
this is not me anymore. I cannot do it anymore. I don't have energy. That's the reason
Mm-hmm.
why I like find friends who can help me, who can understand me, and who can trust me. So that's one thing that you need to do if you are fighting for anxiety or depression. You need to look for like a person who can really understand you, who can you lean on and every time you feel that pain. So that's
Yes.
how these are the things that I am doing right now. Actually, like past months, I've been again in my like been suffering from anxiety, but I'm really I'm so much blessed and grateful just because I have this people who can really understand me and who accept me without judgment. So
Okay.
now just be positive. Just be positive.
Hmm.
Just be grateful in everything like that you have right now, and always turn every life situation into positive. That's
Okay, that's great. It's good to know that you are completely aware about these things and you are able to find solutions in your own way. You know, some people are not capable of identifying ways because their mind has been clouded with their anxiety or any depression that they are feeling. And it's good to keep in touch with friends because at least you can express this out, let it go out from your mind, you know, and share the burden. It's not just your keep it alone or else maybe I don't want to hear it from you. You told me that you want to go to Chiang Mai mountain and maybe don't jump. Okay? So
Don't jump.
if you have depression, you know, some people they will jump, you know, but you went to the mountain because you want to enjoy and let it out. That's good. Thank you, teacher Chris. And we have the last person, teacher Annalisa.
Yes, I can say that, how to say it, I am lucky because I am married. Actually, I'm married to a Thai guy, and I'm
All
living
right.
with my Thai family right now. So they really
Mhm.
support me. They really help me. They're so kind, supporting, loving, generous. And with that, but it's really different with your family in the Philippines. And I really still feel lonely, depressed sometimes. That is like part of life, being lonely and being depressed. But I make sure that I don't let this depression, loneliness, like affect me for a long term. So I'm aware that I'm lonely, I'm aware that I'm depressed, and I cry, I let it out. But after that, I make sure that I have to move on. And I cope with my loneliness and depression by talking with my Thai friends, doing art crafts for my students, and I joined Lion Toastmaster so that I can improve my communication skills, and attended webinars and seminars from the Education Business Solution and other
Thank you.
institution, because I really want to make this time like like for my growth, so that if I better myself, I can better all the people around me. So it's really, yeah, I feel lonely, I feel depressed, and I just cry, let it out. I get angry, I complain, but I just make sure that this one will never affect me for the long term. And as my colleague said, yeah, be grateful, look for the positive things that you have right now. And also, one way that I cope with my loneliness and depression is writing on my journal. When I feel lonely, I just wrote there, I'm lonely because this, I don't, something like that. I wrote it on my journal, and later on, I feel okay. So, to everyone, just fight, keep moving. And yes, and sometimes we have to really put ourselves in their shoes and sympathize. And as much as
Keep
possible, we
fighting.
can help. Yes, we can listen
Keep
to them.
fighting.
Just listen, just be there for our friends. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Well said, everyone. So, yes, just take note that you're never alone in this right? We are here, we have our different problems, but the good thing about it, we always find solutions on how we can keep up with the profession that we have chosen. And what's the best part? We are able to maintain professionalism in front of our students. We never show to them
Yes,
what kind of burden we are carrying in our back while we are
exactly.
teaching. You know, that's why sometimes I would always say teachers are really good entertainers because they know how to entertain their student despite that
Yes.
they're experiencing some problems at the time. But that's
We
good
wear
for
a lot of
being a
masks.
Filipino
Yes, jack
teacher
of all
because you're
trades, Jane of
all
all
around.
trades.
Change
The
masks
jack of
Hold
all
the
trades.
happiness.
time to time.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that would be all my question, Feli. So I will give back to you the floor right now. So big round of applause to all our teachers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I
All
face
right.
my
Feli,
fears. Thank
floor
you
is
so
yours.
much.
All right, wow, those answers are so like I'm getting teary-eyed already with those answers and all of those advices. Let's all keep it to heart. Let's all be positive. Thank you so much for sharing with us your wisdom. And thank you all so much for tuning in our live event today. Join us again on Saturday, August 28th at 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. in the afternoon for our awarding of this month's challenge in the search for Outstanding Filipino Teachers in Thailand 2021. See you next week. Goodbye.